This is Democracy Watch. Mark, the Justice Department is getting absolutely decimated here on one of their
How many times
top...
can it get decimated? Brian? Uh-oh. Zena, what are you doing? Hello, hello?
Oh, hello. What's up, dude?
Well, hi, what's up?
Wondering if you had time for the papers.
Yeah, what do we got today?
Wow. What do we got today? We got edition 40 today. Oh my goodness. We have the new format, the layout for the website.
My goodness.
Looks super good, super amazing, super professional. I'm sure chat will love it. And alongside that, we have some pretty interesting articles, if you can believe it. The first one is 99 Problems and Missing the Point is 1 by Miss Agent M. It goes over the firings of Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi, the stuff they did while they were in office. There's a really good opinion section at the end where she goes over like her thoughts on the firings, and how they act sort of like for a performance over any traditional policy. So that was a pretty nice article.
Okay.
There was another one, the midterm report by Stone Steinhardt. That one, super good. It goes over the districts whose Republican incumbents are retiring. So, you can have some openings for some Dent seats. It'd be nice. One of the examples there is Texas 23. The incumbent there, Tony Gonzalez, he's finally retiring. It seems like he got exposed in some affair where the staffer ended up killing herself as a result of it. So not great, but at least
Not
an opening
great.
for us. Yeah, maybe we can take the seat now. The Republican candidate for this one is some dude. I haven't really heard about him. I think his name is Brandon Herrera or something.
I feel like we've
Some
seen something about him before, maybe, yeah.
here and there. He doesn't really have that much funding, but the YouTubing stuff I think makes up for it. So he's the big Republican.
Gotcha. Also, I think his campaign is actually decently well funded. I think he's raised over $3 million, I think, this cycle. He's doing a
Damn.
decent job fundraising, yeah.
Oh, it's more than I thought. Holy shit. Maybe this guy's got a good chance after all. But you know what? We have a good chance too.
True.
Gonzalez was popular because he was more moderate. He wasn't I think he was still a Trumpy, but not like too insanely crazy. But our Dem candidate, Katie Padilla Stout, she's very like family oriented, very like pragmatic in terms of her policies. Which should appeal to like moderate Republicans, especially Latinos in Texas, who give a fuck about their strong family values and stuff. So check out the midterm report. Maybe go to the DGG Digital Ground Game server, sign up for some canvassing, for some phone banking. Help us win the midterms. It would be nice.
Okay.
Get some power back in Congress.
True.
That is pretty based. The last one is my article. The one on Cuba. Oh my God. I think you're Cuban, aren't you?
Partially. A little bit, yeah.
A little bit here and there. So you speak Spanish, right?
Muy bien.
Oh, muy bueno. It's okay.
Just let me know
I
if
feel
you
like
ever
that
need to go to
sometimes.
the biblioteca. I got you, bro.
Oh my God, that was a big word.
Yeah, I got you.
Good job, Destiny. But it's just going over how Trump seems to be targeting Cuba. Obviously, right now he has all his ships, all his fellows over in the Middle East for Iran. So nothing's gonna happen too soon, I think. Anyway, there's usually like a little military buildup beforehand. But he definitely wants Cuba. He said I'm sure you've seen some of the comments like he said. But I think one of the more recent ones was whether he frees it or takes it, he can just do whatever he wants with it. I think he said this last week or 2 weeks ago. But the strategy right now is to just kind of choke Cuba out. Obviously, there's been the rolling blackouts. You saw that when Hassan and his friends visited Havana. I think their hotel was the only one that had power in the entire city, maybe the entire country. Pretty bad, guys. Don't like that. This is because Trump has been choking out the oil reserves that Cuba has, which is none.
Yeah.
With Venezuela in American control, Venezuela was kind of their lifeline.
Yeah.
So without the oil, they can't power their power grid, and thus it starts failing. Which I'm assuming Trump will hope will lead to instability and then forcing in a better regime. But it depends on what you define as better. what would you want the outcome in Cuba to be? I think I asked you this for Venezuela as well.
I would want Batista's grandchildren to come back and rule, and then for them to bring back slavery and plantation, so my family can go back and return
Right.
to the rightful hierarchy. I mean, I've always said I don't know why we have a hostile relationship towards Cuba. I feel like we should normalize, but that's just always been my
Yeah.
take. Yeah.
I agree. We have also relations. Obviously, it's leftover stuff from the Cold War, but it's also like there's a lot of obviously Cuban Americans who like hardline stances towards Cuba.
Yeah, they're retarded. Fuck
and
them. Ditch them. Ship them out.
Yep, they're pretty fucking retarded. Their idea is that if we just kill Castro, I know that he's already dead, but if we raise him up out of the ground and kill him again, then maybe Cuba will be finally free. It'll be a democracy. Everybody will be happy. We'll be kissing. It'll be great.
Maybe someday. His
Maybe.
brother's there though, right? Is the leader Raul, right? It was Fidel.
Raul's alive and he has a lot of influence and power, but he is 90.
Oh,
So he's a
perfect. Oh,
little
you
out
run
of
for
it.
president of the U.S. then, if only he was from here, right?
True. Maybe that won't matter in the future. Who knows? Maybe Trump will take that away too.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But no, it's Miguel Diaz-Canel. Canel?
Oh, right now
Canel.
it is. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the current head. I think most people see him as like kind of like a weak bureaucrat. In Cuba, I mean, they don't really like give a fuck about him necessarily. It's just like the ire's more on the state than Miguel himself. And Miguel's trying to make some concessions, but it doesn't seem like it's working. According to the Atlantic, the U.S. attorney in South Florida is preparing indictments against like all the Cuban leadership and some relatives of Castro, which is I mean, this was unconfirmed. This was like an anonymous source given to the Atlantic. But if it's true, I mean, I don't see what Miguel or any of these guys could do besides just like allowing Trump to do whatever he wants in Cuba. Because I don't think Trump gives a fuck about spreading democracy or anything like that. I think he only cares about exploitation, and he sees Cuba as like this big investment opportunity that's been like denied from him for so long or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? In 2016, Trump was like contradicting that. Well, not contradicting because that was his first stance, but he was like canceling remittances. In 2016 was when the Havana syndrome stuff, or it might have been 2019. It's when all that stuff broke out. So he canceled basically all legal migration from Cuba to America and vice versa. So in his first term, he was really hard against Cuba, but now I don't think he sees it as like an issue anymore. Outside of like he can't have like 5 Trump hotels on the coastline there. So whether or not he'll take it for more personal enrichment, who knows? I think he probably will. Probably not right now, but maybe in a few months, if the Iran stuff dies down, he ends up going out of there. He might just go for Cuba because I mean it's right there, and he's already got the Venezuela stuff on lock, so he was kind of free to go.
Well,
Yeah, we'll see what
Who knows,
happens.
yeah.
Hopefully your homeland doesn't get annihilated, right?
hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, it'd be like that sometimes. Thanks for letting me on, though.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys. Read Pragmatic Papers, version 40. I beg you, please read the papers. Please. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Be careful. Bye. This guy's getting fucked by the burn. Hell yeah. All right. What's going on with Xena?
Because you people think this shit's a fucking joke. I will get bitched at over the fucking Quran or things that I say, but y'all niggas sit there and fucking try to make a joke out of a religion I grew up with.
Wait, is that Xena right there? Or what? Or wait, what's happening?
My grandmother did this.
Why is he
My
listening?
grandmother before that. That nigga's looking at
No.
TikTok, talking about fucking TikTok videos and love spells and bottles. That's not
Wait.
what the fuck any of this is. He doesn't even know
Why?
what gender he is. The nigga is a fucking retard, and you just got scammed out of your fucking money because he doesn't even know what the fuck any of the metaphysics of this shit is at all. Oh, I'm a practicing practitioner. Oh, I need to get my license. You don't get your fucking license in any goddamn religion to study spirituality or any fucking practices at all. He sounds like a fucking cuck ass retarded fucking faggot who needs to know what gender he is before he fucking clowns on a fucking religion. religion and does a dumbass, bogus-ass fucking ritual with some Polo fucking Santo. Ain't none of that shit real. None of that shit is fucking real, and you know it too. You had more education about intentions and attraction of fucking energy than this fucking clown-ass idiot. I'm sick. I literally had to close out the fucking stream because I got so upset.
Wait. Oh. Okay. Wait, is this Sneeko? She's talking about Sneeko. Wait, is that Sneeko? I just said I thought the Craigslist witchcraft bit was funny until an upset woman called in and completely lost it for 90 seconds. No? Who the fuck is she talking about? Who?
Fucking stream because I got so upset I started fucking crying. Like, the shit is not a fucking game. This isn't Harry Potter. You're not in Slytherin. You're not in fucking Hogwarts. You're not in potions class, motherfucker. This is real fucking life, and you're playing around.
Ice is doing witchcraft on stream and it pissed Cena off.
Say you're a fucking practicing practitioner for some money. If you knew anything about voodoo, witchcraft, or any fucking sex again, or any practice, you would know that spirits.
Is this a meme or not, or?
Be fucking charged with material money gain or be on fucking camera. You fucking idiot.
That's why.
Okay. Queen. Wait, we have a new Kaya cam?
The Trumpian mind cannot be comprehended. Okay? He is Mr. Eco-terrorism. It turns out some of y'all have only watched
Wait, it's cinema.
movies about how to blow up a pipeline. Trump is quite literally doing that. Okay? So who's the real woker now? Oh, bitch. Donald Trump is forcibly creating an environment for that renewable energy transition for every country. Respect. Put some fucking respect on his name. He is the...
Okay. I like how he's got this bright ass fucking light shine right into the fucking dog too, just to make sure that they're visible on camera. Jesus. Ah, Jesus. What a depressing time for politics.
Well then, about a week and some change ago, I
a month ago.
uploaded a video where I addressed a tweet made by Asmongold, where he claimed the average IQ in Somalia was 68, that this claim isn't racist but a fact, and that this was an attempt at a narrative push to obscure reality. He was responding to a tweet made by Mehdi Hassan, where Hassan shows a clip of a discussion he had with Piers Morgan broaching this topic. In my video, I set out to do three things. The first was to prove that the claim made by Asmongold wasn't a fact, the second was to prove that it was in fact a racist claim, and the third was to show that due to him being wrong about the first two, that it was in fact Asmongold pushing a narrative, thus demonstrating the irony of his tweet. I spent basically 99% of that video not even talking about Asmongold, but about the claim itself, diving into the history of that claim, where it comes from, and why it was wrong. In less than an hour of me uploading my video, Asmongold streamed his response to my video, which he probably will be.
Real quick, there's no way I can prevent this guy from taking over a cat that I'm going to have to down, right? I don't think so.
Going to this video. Hello again, Zach. His response was about what I expected, pausing the video before I could complete a statement, rambling incoherently about things tangentially related to what I said, if that, blatantly lying, and not providing any source to back up the ridiculous claims he made. Oh, and attacking me at the end, claiming I'm a racist that hates white people, which... His strategy of interrupting me before I could finish speaking made it clear to everyone that he can't actually contend with what was being said, because actually allowing me to speak ruins his talking points. So he tried to flip the narrative away from his own ignorance of the topic to one of his canned talking points about inbreeding, and later a weak claim about me that a person that literally argues against racism for a living is a racist. So fine, Pee Wee Herman, you want to make a hasty response? I'm going to slowly cook you. And since you need your handheld, Zach, I'm going to put a symbol on the screen that lets you know when I'm done with a thought, so you don't have to constantly rewind the video to actually hear what I said. In one of the most ironic social media posts of all time, Asmongold makes the claim, in response to Mehdi Hassan, that the average IQ in Somalia is 68, and that
I was rounding up, actually. It's like somewhere around 67.67, but yeah.
So this is an example of what I'm talking about, pausing to interject, usually with something irrelevant like this, because I guess he thought that was funny. You see, Zach mistakes talking with actually saying something. A professional yapper, if you will. I suppose he's afraid of allowing someone to fully finish a sentence, lest his brain-dead audience hear something insightful. Oh, the sign is on the screen, Zach. You can respond now. Or did you pause before I said even this? What makes this post
Yes.
ironic is the very last bit where Zach claims Hassan's tweet is an attempt to push a narrative.
It absolutely is trying to push a narrative.
Yes, Zach, we know that's what you believe, buddy. That's why I said that. Let's revisit the tweet Zach was responding to. Mehdi Hassan was having a conversation with Piers Morgan on his show. Hassan states that Piers has Trump denial syndrome, as Piers denies that Trump is a racist, to which Hassan responds with, he calls Somali people low IQ.
Yes, you have TDS, Piers. You have Trump denial syndrome. When I say to you, is Trump racist? You say, no, he's not racist, even though he calls Somalis low IQ, Piers. Do you agree that Somali people are low IQ? Is that not the most racist thing?
Just to explain, Mehdi, just to
Look, you're not
explain,
doing
this
this.
is
Do you
not
not
your
think- do
show.
you think Somalis are low IQ,
This
Piers?
is not your show, Mehdi.
Do you think
It's not your
Somalis
show.
are low
You don't
IQ?
just get- You don't get to interview me for half an hour. It's not
I
your
think
show.
people are worried
When I
about your
come on your
side of
show,
the
when I haven't been silent about any of these things.
So, as we all can see, the context was that Trump was a racist for using white supremacist rhetoric. Asmongold responds to that video with the aforementioned tweet, citing a not only incorrect number, but one put forth by a white supremacist. Remember the context. Hassan's point is that Trump is using racist rhetoric about a topic he very likely hasn't researched. Starting to sound familiar? So I point out the irony of Zach's tweet, that it's him actually pushing a narrative, the narrative being a seed that was planted a long time ago by a racist, repeating racist rhetoric. This was the core thesis of my video, pointing out the irony of this tweet and to debunk the claim at its root while explaining the conditions that Africans face, which accounts for them not having experienced the Flynn effect, or having experienced the Flynn effect to a lesser degree than we of the West. This chart shows that all human groups have experienced significant IQ growth over time because, once again, IQ is not genetic, but based on environmental factors. And that right there, the fact that it's not genetic, or me saying that it's not genetic, seemed to turn off the light bulb in the brains of Asmongold and
Okay. I'm good. What else can we watch? What are we doing? This show thing is in an hour and 20 minutes. Destiny, click.
It's my challenge. Get out. Okay. I got a timing. Ah! Yeah! 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 Who's that? Yeah! Who? Yeah!
It's a big cat.
People! Yeah!
How does she jump? Wait, what? Hold on. This cat didn't give a fuck, dude. He immediately went for the kill.
Problem, which is America has a huge problem, which is
Bro, what the fuck? Kill me.
America has a huge problem, which is there's too much liquidity in the system. And so if you're trying to run a financial system, you can't have that, because if there's too much liquidity, no one actually works, right? If you got $1 million sitting in a bank, you're like, okay, I could just sit at home and gamble with it or do OnlyFans, or I could go to work from 9 to 5, put up with an asshole boss, do work that is meaningless, and get paid nothing for it, right? So you have this situation where no one wants to work anymore. So the only solution to that is you just destroy the banking system. You burn out people's cash. So now they're forced to work. You've got these boomers who these boomers might have like $3 million in a bank account, and then much more in stock market, right? And then much more in real estate. And so they can just support their kids and their grandkids. You can't have that, right? If you're going to transition back to a manufacturing economy.
Okay. I mean, what did he say that was wrong, guys? The New York Times article changed, we saw.
there's a report in City and State today about how your administration removed DEI language from the racial equity report that you released this week. Why was that decision made, and do you support that decision?
So I want to be very clear. Our administration inherited a report that the prior administration had refused to release, a report that had been heavily diluted over many rounds of revisions. We took the time to strengthen this report to ensure that it was actually an accurate reflection of the city that we all love and know as our home, and to actually release this report within the first 100 days. Now, in this report, what we've seen, it's a report that is both coupled with a true cost of living report, is that the inequities in this city, the racial inequities, are stark. We are talking about findings that have shown that the wealth of a median white household in this city is more than $200,000, while that of a black household is less than $20,000.
Not good.
This is not an indictment of any one New Yorker. It is an indictment, however, of policies and politics that have persisted for far too long. Our commitment now is to act upon these findings, to do so in concert with New Yorkers' comments, as we've now opened a public comment period for the next 30 days to ensure that we have a city where we are reckoning with the long history of racism here and starting to act upon a framework that puts equity right at the center of it. Thank you.
Sure. But why remove the DEI language?
We put forward a stronger report that actually reflects the realities New Yorkers are living through.
Got him.
And we begin this Sunday morning with breaking news on the war in Iran. President Trump announcing moments ago a naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is beginning.
Wow.
Coming up in moments, President Trump will join me in an exclusive interview
Oh.
to give us the very latest on the war
Wait, why did
on
nobody bring
Iran,
this up?
as high-level talks between the United States and Iran have concluded with no deal. It was the first direct talks between the two countries in a decade, and the highest level talks between the two since the Islamic Revolution in 1979. The talks beginning on Saturday and lasting 21 hours in Islamabad, Pakistan. Vice President J.D. Vance was in Pakistan leading the U.S. delegation, along with Jared Kushner and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, as a fragile ceasefire has been underway between the two sides since Tuesday, after President Trump agreed to give Iran 2 more weeks to open up the Strait of Hormuz or face further destruction. Now the president will implement a naval blockade on the strait. Here's Vice President J.D. Vance after the talks in Islamabad this morning.
We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
Wow, so brave.
Joining me now live on the telephone with the very latest is the nation's 45th and 47th President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, thank you so much for being with me this morning. I know that your time is limited, and we appreciate you making the time to explain all of this to our audience. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Maria.
Mr. President, can you explain to us what is going on right now with the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, we're going to be blockading. It'll take a little while, but it'll be effective pretty soon. And we had meetings yesterday. They, as you said, lasted 21 hours. That was a long meeting. We had some very, very good representatives, as you know, J.D. and Steve and Jared. So we were well represented, but we didn't get there on the important issue. They want to have nuclear weapons. They're not going to have nuclear weapons. I've been saying that for 30 years. I would never allow that to happen.
Never,
before I was in
ever.
politics. And that country will not have nuclear weapons. Most countries shouldn't be allowed to have, but that country will not have nuclear weapons.
So, Mr. President, was that the red line there? Can you explain to us what went on
We don't do red lines here, lady.
in these talks? What did the United States ask of Iran, and how did they react?
You can't give that away.
Well, they reacted. You know, it was very interesting. It started off weak. They came in like they had the cards, but they don't have the cards. Their army, their whole military is obliterated. The whole place is obliterated. And, you know, as you know, levels of leaders are gone. They're literally gone. Khomeini's gone. The whole thing is gone. The whole place is gone. They have one thing that they can do. They can say, well, gee, we're going to put a mine someplace just a mine. We'll drop 1 mine, 2 mines, 10 mines. And that will, if you have a ship that costs $1 billion, you say, well, I'd prefer not getting whacked by a mine, losing my ship, or damaging it badly, at least. And so that's a little bit of a thing that they can do, that it's military might and military power don't do it, but, it's extortion, and they're extorting the world. We don't get our oil from there. We have so much oil. We have, and one thing you said, and I don't know if anybody heard it well, but we have boats pouring up to the United States. They'll be filling them up, and they'll be leaving, and they're going to be packed with the best oil you can get, light, sweet crude. They're going to have the best oil that you can get. But so that's interesting, and it's great because we have a lot of oil. We don't get any. I mean, literally last year it was 1%. We did that as a favor. We don't need the Strait. But other countries do. And I will tell you, while we're on the subject, we're very disappointed with NATO. We're very, very disappointed that they didn't come. Now they want to come and they want to help with the Strait, and it won't take long to clean it out. So we're going to clean out the Strait, and they'll be able to use the Strait in not too long a distance. But we had a very intensive negotiation, and toward the end it got very friendly, and we got just about every point we needed, except for the fact that they refused to give up their nuclear ambition. And that's the only point, frankly, to me. That was the most important point by far.
And I want to ask you about that, and I will get to NATO as well. But, Mr. President, you wrote on Truth Social this morning saying that we will begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. And at some point, we will reach an all being allowed to go in and all being allowed to go out basis. Right. So tell us what you're trying to accomplish with this blockade,
all in,
sir.
All out. Yep, it's called all in and all out. There'll be a time when we'll have them all come in and all come out, but it won't be a percentage. It won't be a friend of yours, like a country that's your ally or a country that's your friend. It's all or nothing, and that'll be that won't be in too long.
Shrimple as.
No, we're just bringing the ships up. We got a lot of ships, so we're bringing them up. We think that numerous countries are going to be helping us with this also, but we're putting on a complete blockade. We're not going to let Iran make money on selling oil to people that they like and not people that they don't like, or whatever it is. It's going to be all or none, and that's the way it is. And it'll be you saw what we did with Venezuela. It'll be something very.
Do you think this is an untenable position as the U.S. with your foreign interests, as in getting a favorable outcome out of this without Iran nuclearizing and tolling the Strait? I can't analyze anything that's happening. I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know what the U.S. is doing. I don't know what anybody is doing. I don't know what the world expects. I don't know what the U.S. expects. I don't know what I have no idea, bro.
Similar to that, but at a higher level.
And Mr. President, you say that there may be a mine out there somewhere that nobody knows about but them, and this is world extortion. How will the United States ensure that the mines are removed in the Strait of Hormuz?
So we have minesweepers there now. We have highly sophisticated underwater minesweepers, which are the latest and the greatest, but we're also bringing in more traditional minesweepers. And so I understand is the UK and a couple of other countries are sending minesweepers. A lot of countries don't have minesweepers. Think of it. They had 28 mine droppers. What country has 28 mine droppers? 28 boats to drop mines. What country? They've been completely obliterated. They no longer. So we knocked out their entire Navy. They have 158 ships. They have 28 mine droppers. Every single one of them is at the bottom of the sea. Can you believe it?
So all the mines are gone, right?
4 days.
Wait, then why are we blockading anything? It should just be open then, right? We should be good. No? No?
Their Air Force is gone. Their if you look, anti-aircraft. All of their radars out. Anti-aircraft is their defensive program is all knocked out. They don't have anything. And you know the sad part is.
What? Is that AI? Why does he sound so weird? They don't have anything.
Program is all knocked out. They don't have anything. And you know the sad part is, and I can't say this is for you, we knocked out everything, including their leaders. Their military is gone. Everything's gone. Their missiles are down to a trickle by comparison. You know, we knocked out thousands of missiles. We knocked out hundreds of places where the missiles are built, different parts. They're pretty much gone. Probably they say 85%, 82%, 85%. Who knows what it is? But we We knocked them out. We knocked out where they make the drones, and the drones are less effective now. And also, we have new machinery to kill the drones. You saw that. The computerized bullets, they call it. And also lasers. The laser melts the drone. It's a beautiful thing to see. So we have a lot of stuff. But think of it. We win this thing conclusively. Even yesterday, they were saying, no, it was a complete obliteration. And when you read the New York Times, you think they're doing well. Oh, they're fighting very hard. It's a very
Gotta take some time to attack this stupid mugshot that they all use. Just the whole idea of like the U.S. president doing a fucking dick suck interview on Fox News. It's just crazy, bro.
It wasn't a hard battle. This was a very easy battle militarily. But when somebody says, you know, we're going to drop a mine in the middle of the Strait of Hormuz, not much you can do to persuade a ship owner that has $1 billion ship that we're going to take a trip up the strait. Now, yesterday, you probably saw, we sent 2 highly sophisticated, beautiful, brand new destroyers right through the middle of the strait.
It was fine.
And nobody did anything to us.
It was
because
perfectly
what
fine.
we do is we follow the weapon back. So it follows back, and it knocks out the people on the other side. Literally within 3 minutes, they're knocked out. The technology is unbelievable.
Unbelievable,
but
guys.
We don't know whether or not they do, whether or not they put mines. They didn't talk about it yesterday. My inclination is to have a few. And I will tell you, it was a good meeting yesterday, really a good meeting, except for one problem. And it's 95%. They want to have nuclear weapons. It's not going to happen.
And this is a key point, Mr. President. For those people out there who have not been following it as closely, can you explain to those people why it was critical for the United States to go into Iran? Can you articulate what was behind that move that was so important for the U.S. to go into Iran?
Can you, though?
Yeah, so easy.
Yeah.
The easiest question
Easiest
you've asked me
question
so
ever.
far. They can't have nuclear weapons.
Shrimple
They have nuclear.
ass.
They want to enrich what they have. They want to enrich more. As you know, we knocked out with the B-2 bombers. Had we not knocked that out, they would have had a nuclear weapon within 1 month after we knocked out. In other words, had the B-2s, those beautiful B-2 bombers, totally obliterated their 3 sites. They have 3 sites. And they are now deep in the earth with, tons of rock. Now, that material should be gotten, but we have cameras on it. We have satellites with Space Force. That was one of my beauties, Space Force. So important. But we're watching those. We're watching every single aspect of that area. They can't move without us knowing exactly what's going on. But
Hey. What's up, buddy? Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm doing great. How are you? I'm calling you from Budapest.
Oh, hey, what's up?
You're covering what's going on there or not?
Yeah, we saw.
Hungarian friends of mine with whom I'm celebrating here.
Nice.
Who asked me if it would be okay with you if they could give you a little message from here. Would that be fine with you?
Yeah, go for it.
Get it. Oh. Fuck, I think I lost connection. Or maybe I'm too drunk to operate this shit.
We can still hear you.
No, I'm not too drunk. Fuck. Hello?
Hello, hello?
Yeah, I think I'm too drunk for this.
Okay. He left. Rip. Shrimple eyes.
and it take a long time to get it out. It's an amazing attack. Had we not done that, they would have had, within 1 month from that date, they would have had a nuclear weapon.
Right.
If they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it on Israel and the Middle East. Look, they went after 5
Was that Kraut?
countries
Yeah.
that were sort of neutral, I guess. I don't know how friendly they were, but they weren't in the line of attack. They dropped on UAE probably 1,800 missiles. They dropped on Saudi Arabia a lot, and they dropped on Qatar a lot. They dropped on Bahrain. They went crazy.
It was a lot,
And
guys.
Everyone was surprised. Actually, it was good for us because they all joined us immediately, at some point. I mean, they're either going to be petrified or they're going to join. They all joined, and they've been very helpful. All of these countries have been great, and Kuwait.
And this is the key point that I was getting to, and the reason that you feel they cannot have a nuclear weapon because they will use it. And that's what I wanted you to
I think they'd
explain
use
to the
it, yeah.
audience.
Yeah, I think they would use it. And they'd start with Israel, and one weapon would, do damage like nobody's ever seen. Wipe it out.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Hello, hello.
Hey, I can hear you now. Sorry, we were out on the streets too much. I'm here with a bunch of Hungarian friends of mine. We thought we'd just jump in and give you a little message.
Yeah, how's it going?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
I have stolen his phone now. I want to say the following things, and I'm a little bit drinky, as you might hear it. Currently,
voting works.
Yeah, I think voting works. I don't know what to think about it. There is the largest street party I have ever seen in this city, ever. Yes.
Yeah.
And I have two things to say. Ruski kaza, és áradjon a Tisza.
Have a nice day, Stephen. I
Thank
hope
you.
you're doing well.
Yeah, cool. Do you get to tell me what that means? I have no idea what he just said.
It means Russians get out.
Ruskies go home.
Gotcha.
And what does the other mean?
It means may the Tisza flood.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks a lot. Good luck. Nice.
Conceivably big one.
Now,
not wipe it out. They don't need more than one. And then they go after the Middle East, and then they'd eventually come here, okay? And we're not letting them come here, and we're not going to let them. We have great allies over there. I'll tell you, those 5 countries. Look at the Israeli relationship. Look at the incredible partnership we have on this. And as Bibi Netanyahu said, we're the big brother, and they're the small brother. And it's been a very effective team. What we've done literally in a matter of days, within 3-4 days, Iran essentially was wiped out. And it's so sad, though, when the press says they're fighting bravely. They're not fighting bravely. They have no anti-aircraft. We fly over there at will, can take out anything we want. As you know, last week I said we're going to strongly consider knocking out their power plants and the rest of their bridges. We took down their big bridge, but we just did that because we were having good discussions, and they go to the press. They're very good with public relations, much better with public relations than they are at fighting. They go to the press,
True.
and they say, President Trump said it's okay for us to have a nuclear weapon, when I never even spoke to him. And by the way, that would be the only thing I would never say to them, and they know that.
That's the only thing
And
you
then
wouldn't say.
the New York Times, which is a fake paper.
Holy
it's just a fake.
shit,
You
bro.
just
It's
believe
always
the
so
opposite.
unhinged.
It's so sad when you look at CNN, the New York Times, ABC fake news, NBC fake news. When you
Mhm,
look at this
mhm.
stuff, it's so sad to see it. I mean, they report things that they know are false. It's almost treasonous, actually. If you
Oh,
want to really
treasonous.
know the truth. It's almost treasonous.
Treasonous.
But if you're reading the New York Times exclusively, and their circulation, by the way, is way down.
Yeah.
It's way down.
Way down.
I'm proud to report that. But if you're
Report.
reading the New York Times
Reporter
exclusively,
now.
you would say that they are doing great in the war.
Mr. President,
And they're doing terribly.
I want to
The
ask you
only
about
He's
thing
that.
they have
talking!
is the
Let him
ability to
finish!
say, well, we may have some minds, and if you have a ship, who wants to take a chance? You're not going to take a chance.
Mr. President, I want to ask you about that because you put out a tweet and it really gripped the nation a week ago when we were all waiting and watching for the United States' next move should the Iranians not open the Strait of Hormuz. And you wrote this on Truth
You wrote something
Social.
a little bit fucking
A whole
unhinged.
civilization will die
What did you mean
tonight,
by that?
never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have a complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something wonderful can happen. Mr. President, you were criticized for this tweet because you said a whole civilization will die tonight. What do you want to say about that? And what can you tell us
help him
about
workshop
next
that.
steps here? Are you planning
Well, I'm
further
fine with
destruction?
it.
I'm fine. He doesn't give a
I'm
fuck.
fine with it. That statement brought them to the table, with the exception of the one thing, which
Oh,
I
it's a
believe that they're gonna
negotiating
give up on.
tactic, guys.
I believe they're going to give up on that pretty soon, to be honest, because it's not going to work. We actually thought we had them, and then all of a sudden they said, no, we want. So, but I believe, no. And when I say that, but remember, what do they say to us?
United States of America president. This is the United States of America president of the United States of America, the most powerful country on the planet. Our president, our leader, the United States of America, by the way.
For years, I've had to listen to them say, death to America, right? They say, death to America, death to Israel, America, the Satan. We will destroy America, death to America. Now, does anybody ever complain to you when they say that? I think that's a big step worse. Death to America. So they're allowed to say death to America.
And I can't
what I'm
say
referring to
end of
is
civilization?
and when I talk about civilization, it'll be much different because their military will be totally gone. It's pretty much gone now. But their military, look at their leadership. We have had regime change because the people we dealt with yesterday were, frankly, very smart, very sharp, very good, very good. I think they were smarter than the people from before, Khomeini and that group. Because look what it got them. Look what all of their antics were spending trillions of. They spent all their money on weapons. We've destroyed most of those weapons. But you know, when I say about a civilization, it really has changed. It really has. But think of it. They're allowed to say death to America, death to this, death to. And I make one statement, they say, oh, such a big deal. Let me tell you, that statement got them to the bargaining table, and they haven't left. They haven't left the bargaining table. I predict they come back and they give us everything we want.
Wow.
And I told my people, I want everything. I don't want 90%. I don't want 95%. I told them, I want everything.
Well, and what they
have
want...
no cards, Maria.
They're not the cards,
They
guys.
have no cards.
Doug
Their
Fastini fan, thank you for the
Navy
gifted
is
subs.
gone. Their Air Force is gone, totally gone. They have nothing.
They have nothing,
shit.
guys.
158 ships are at the bottom of the sea. Good ones, new. The Soleimani, they had one called the Soleimani, was taken out by one of our Tiger Sharks, by one of our rapidly moving submarines.
You think you're supposed to say this?
It's amazing. Our military is so good. Do you know our military is a 94% approval rating now? Well, Congress has a 14%. The media has a 12%. When I started, the media had a 92% approval rating. Now they're down to 14%.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of it because they're very dishonest.
Mr. President, I see what just took place in terms of our NATO allies pushing back and not supporting you and the United States. And I see what has
Treasonous.
happened with our Gulf allies in the Middle East who do not want a bully in the Middle East any longer. Are you expecting those Gulf allies to help you in this blockade in the Strait of Hormuz?
Oh, yeah.
What
sure.
other countries are going to
they've
join
already
that?
Started. So the Gulf states, now you could say they're much closer, so maybe they have to do it. But, you know, they also could stay out. But they made a mistake when they started lobbing missiles at them. And here's the good thing. The Gulf states, they are rich and they have a lot of Patriots. Our Patriot missile, which is an anti-missile missile. And
Thanks.
it's unbelievable. They fired at us one day at a certain asset that we have, namely the...
There's no way. Bro, there's no way he should be saying all this shit. I can't possibly believe this.
Aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln, one of the beauties of the world, one of the great beauties of the world. They fired 101 missiles out of 100. These things are going more than 2,000 miles an hour. And out of 101 missiles, 101 were shot down like nothing and are now at the bottom of the sea, the remnants of them. Think of it, 101 missiles shot. In a short period of time, all 101 were knocked out. So we have the greatest military equipment. We have the greatest people. We have the strongest military in the world by far, and everybody sees it, whether it's Venezuela or what we've done with Iran. And when I read, you know, the fake news talking about how well Iran's doing, they're not doing well at all. They're getting killed. I could take out Iran in one day.
One day,
I could take
guys.
Down, in 1 hour.
1
I
hour.
could have their entire energy, everything, every one of their plants, their
Destroyed.
electric generating plants,
Completely.
which is a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
And I
guys.
hate to do it because if I do
But he
it,
might
it
have
takes
to
you
do it.
10 years to rebuild. They'll never be able to rebuild it. And the other thing you take out are the bridges. I took out one just to show them because
Just to
they
show
went
them in case they
public
didn't think you could
with
do
a
it.
statement that wasn't true. They admitted it. I say, I'm going to take out a bridge. And I took out a bridge. And that was the end of that. Now they've been really behaving quite well. But in 1/2 of a day, they wouldn't have one bridge standing. They wouldn't have one electric generating plant standing. And they're back in the Stone Ages. I'd rather not do that. But I do believe they're going to come to the table on this because nobody can be so stupid as to say that we want to have nuclear weapons and they have no cards. They have no cards whatsoever.
So if they do not give up that effort, is that the plan? Will you further destruct Iran?
Yeah, I will. If they don't
Yeah.
get that plan up, yeah. I'm not in a huge hurry. What we want to do is we'll open up the strait. But the ships are coming up to the United States.
Let's talk about that.
I've been
Yeah, let's
inviting
talk about that,
everybody.
Trump.
It's pretty good.
Let's talk about that,
They're,
Mr. President, because
yeah.
you referred to a post that hundreds of super tankers are headed to the Gulf of America to buy oil and gas from the U.S. What can you tell us about that, sir?
Well, I can tell you that it used to be called the Gulf of Mexico. That's what I can tell you. Now it's called the Gulf of America because of me. One of my little things that I did, one of my little sidelines. And it's a great honor. People are so happy. You go to Louisiana, you go to Florida, you go to these states, Texas. They're so honored by it. I used to say, why is that the Gulf of Mexico when we have 93% of the frontage? And, it fronts 93% on the United States. I said, I think I'm going to change it to the Gulf of America. What a beautiful name. And I did. And I give a lot of credit to Google because once I filed the papers, I did it. And Google Map, once Google Map changed, did it, it was a done deal. But we had lawsuits, we won everything. And it's now the Gulf of America, which I'm very honored by.
But do you
I was
expect
thinking about,
super
I must
tankers?
tell you, I was thinking
He's
about
talking,
calling
please.
it the Gulf of Trump. And
Epic,
I
sir.
decided not
Epic,
to do
sir.
it. I think maybe it was. I think that one maybe wouldn't have worked out. I'm not so sure. You'll have to tell me. But I was thinking about it's going to be called the
Frickin'
Gulf
epic,
of Trump.
sir.
And then I said, that's not going to play too well.
I
Okay, go
think
ahead.
you're
You know I'm kidding.
you're being facetious.
No,
I know that.
Oh,
Mr.
Grandpa.
But
The
what,
fake
but what
news will have a
about what
headline
about
tomorrow.
oil exporters? Tell me about this because do you expect super tankers, empty super tankers, to go to the Gulf of America, to go to Louisiana, go to Texas?
Well, they're already coming. Well, Texas, they're going to go to Texas. They're going to go all along our shoreline. I mean, we have the biggest ports, and they're going to go. Remember this, and this is pretty amazing. This is my time. That when I came into office, we were third and fourth in energy and in doing exactly this, the oil and gas and other things. Now we're bigger than Saudi Arabia. Think of this, and we're bigger than Saudi Arabia. Add Saudi Arabia with Russia, and add another country in there, whichever one you want. We're bigger than all of them combined. Think of that. That's all because of Trump.
All of them
when
combined.
Biden inherited that system, he changed it. Then he tried going back to it because the oil was going up. You remember it was going up $7, $8, etc. But look at even now. We have to get rid of this nuclear threat, and people in our country have oil. People in other countries are getting hurt. One of the things that most amazes me, though, the strait is for Japan, where they get 93% of their oil. You know that, Japan.
Mm-hmm.
South Korea gets 45% of its oil. These people haven't helped us. I say, are you guys going to help? And, we have 45,000 soldiers and 50,000, respectively, at those two places. 45 and 50,000 soldiers. We guard them and protect them. And when we want a little help, they don't help us.
A little bit of
And when
help,
we
just a
wanted
tiny
help
little
from
bit,
NATO,
guys.
They don't help us. And we paid, I don't know if you saw, almost $1 trillion toward NATO in a very short period of time to protect them against Russia, mostly.
Yeah.
And then when we're there, and, Biden, I
Crazy,
wouldn't have
sir.
done this. You wouldn't have had the Ukraine problem. And Russia would have never attacked Ukraine. But under Biden, who was an incompetent president, he was grossly incompetent. Look, the election was rigged. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that now.
Oh, we're
And
just
it's all
still
come
using
out,
that talking
and it's
point?
coming
Okay.
out. But
Kind of
under
unhinged,
Biden,
but okay.
If you take a look at what happened, when he was president, that's a war that would have never happened. Russia attacking Ukraine.
Yep.
And I ended 8 wars, including Pakistan. Pakistan was great yesterday. They were the ones that really facilitated the meeting.
Right.
But they thanked it. Every time I see them, they thank me. They say, we're going to have a war with India. And as the prime minister said very openly to everybody, between 30 to 50 million people would have been killed. And I got it ended. I said, if you guys are going to have a war, we're not going to do any trading with you.
Well,
and believe it or not,
Believe
I
it
got
or not.
ended because of tariffs.
Wow.
Mr.
Which
President,
the Supreme Court was not nice to me about. but
Is
that's
this
okay.
is this all going to be
I thought they
enough?
said they got a
the
huge win, though.
blockade in the strait, the opening up capacity in the United
Think
States
so.
for is this going to be
Yeah, I
enough
think
to
so.
lower the price of oil and gas, sir?
Well, it's going to be eventually. It's going to be lowered. No, it might not happen initially, but it's going to go down. When this is all over, look, the stock market, the Dow hit 50,000. It was supposed to be in 4 or 5 years. They said it won't happen during his term, but it'll be maybe 4 or 5 years. It hit 50,000 in my first year. You know it better than anybody. You cover it better than anybody. The S&P hit 7,000 in my first year. Before my first year, you know that. And I said to myself, "Oh, here we go. I got to stop this country from having a nuclear weapon." You want to see a stock market go down? Let a couple of nuclear bombs be dropped on us, or frankly, any place else.
That would be real bad for the
And
stock market,
you'll-
guys.
Then you'll see a stock market that goes down. So the stock market has not gone down very much at all. Gone down a little bit, much less than I thought. And frankly, the gas hasn't gone up as much as I thought. But regardless, even if it did,
Who
we have
cares?
to stop this group of people from having. And again, it was worse because Khomeini was a total
Lunatic.
radical. I'll be nice, maniac. He was a maniac.
Oh, thank you for being nice.
And you can't let them have a nuclear weapon.
Right.
So I just have the greatest economy ever. Everything's going along, and I say, I'm sorry. I tell my economic advisors, I say, I'm sorry, fellas. We're in great shape. We have to go and take a little journey down to Iran, and we have to stop them from having a nuclear weapon. They all said, we agree.
So do
know?
you believe the price of oil and gas will be lower before the midterm elections?
I hope so. I mean, I think so. It could be. It could be the same or maybe a little bit higher. But
Who knows?
it should be around the same. I think this won't be that much longer. They're wiped out, man. They're wiped out. And you don't get a fair shake. You don't get, we need a free and fair press in this country. And I don't even know why people would do that. Why would they say how wonderful they're doing militarily? They're doing so well. The country is wiped out. We lost one airplane, and we captured the two pilots. How about we saved those two pilots?
Unbelievable.
Which no other country has the
Unbelievable.
capability of doing. Usually when that happens, countries wave goodbye. They say, lots of luck, because you're going deep into enemy.
Yeah.
We went 7 hours into, it was a 7-hour flight
Yes.
to go in and get them. We had one of the roughest areas, one of the most dangerous areas in the world, and we got both of them. They were
was
incredible, but
extraordinary.
we got both of them.
And
you.
thank God that for our military, and I know that you rebuilt the military. Now, Mr. President, before you go, it was you who did the maximum campaign against Iran in your first term. Is it going to be back to the maximum campaign? You deemed them the leading sponsor of terrorism. And I have to ask you about all of these efforts and the impact on China. What you've done in Venezuela, Iran, even your comments about Cuba. Where does that put China as you approach this meeting with Xi Jinping next month?
Sure. Well, in the maximum campaign, you can't do any more maximum. We've wiped out their whole
Can't go
country.
more max than max.
The only thing left, really, is their water, which would be very devastating to hit. I would hate to do it. But it's their water, their desalinization plants, their electric generating plants, which are very easy to hit. We could hit them. We could have them all down. And I mean down like you couldn't have electricity for 10 years because it takes you 10 years to build
10
those plants from
years.
scratch. You'd never probably be able to build them again. And the bridges. So that's really the only thing. We still have some more missile manufacturing plants. We know every one of them. We'll do that. We still have other things. But when you talk about maximum, I think, outside of those few things that are remaining, I think I pretty much maxed out. You are very, very violent and vicious. I don't want to have you against me. I'll tell you what you said. I think we pretty much maxed out, other than those few items. And we still have some plants left. We had another week left to knock out the rest of the plants, but we were knocking them out fast. As far as China is concerned, China can send their ships to us. China can send their ships to Venezuela. We told them, buy from Venezuela. We have a lot of overcapacity. We'd sell them, and we'll probably sell it for even less money. I have a very good relationship with President Xi of China. We work together very well. They're paying us substantial money, as you know. We've never got money before. I listened to this Gordon Chang. He has no idea what he's talking about. We have been very tough on China. Tough but fair. And, it's an amazing place. But I have a very good relationship with China, and they've been during I put tremendous tariffs. I put 100% tariff on all Chinese cars coming in, and that's destroying Europe. They're destroying Europe because they're taking away so much business from Mercedes and BMW, etc. And we don't have any Chinese cars in our country because they would have destroyed General Motors, Ford. They would have destroyed these companies if they did it. So I put 100% tariff on, and in all fairness to Biden, he allowed it to stay on, which is shocking to me.
Right.
It's one of the things, it's about the only thing he did good, but he allowed it to stay. So we don't have the problem that they have. You know, they're having tremendous economic problems in Europe because they're being just swamped with these Chinese cars. We don't have any.
But, Mr. President, just to be clear, you said the other day that any country that supports Iran and sends military equipment to Iran will face a 50% tariff if they try
That's
to bring
correct.
products. Did you
That's correct.
refer to China? Did you mean China?
Yes, and other people, but yes, China too.
Okay.
If we find that China, because I hear news reports, so a news report doesn't mean much to me because they're so fake, but I hear news reports about China giving the shoulder missiles, what's called a shoulder missile, anti-aircraft missile. I doubt they would do that because I have a relationship and I think they wouldn't do that, but maybe they did a little bit at the beginning, but I don't think they would anymore. No. But if we catch them doing that, they get a 50% tariff, which is that's a staggering amount.
And did you want to say anything about our NATO allies in terms of what comes next for them, given that, I mean, is it time for them to call Iran the leading state sponsor of terrorism? And what are you going to do because they did not help in this effort?
Well, NATO is shameful. I mean, I didn't go wild at it. We didn't need any help. I would actually say, you know, if you want to help, great. If you don't want to help, that's okay. And
It just doesn't care.
You know, would rather not, sir. Would rather not. They weren't there for us. You know, if I would have done it with force, maybe I could have gotten them to come in, but they would have come in really begrudgingly, and they would have stayed way behind.
Done it with force?
No, I'm very disappointed.
Like attack NATO to make them join? Or I don't even know what that
United
means.
Kingdom. I love the United Kingdom. It's, my mother was, as you know, born in Scotland, and love it. But Mr. Starmer, PM Starmer, said, we'll send the equipment after the war is over. I said, you don't need equipment when the war is over. You need the equipment before the war starts or during the war. He said, no, we'll send it after. He made a public statement that we will send equipment after the war is over. It was that will, you know, that's a Neville Chamberlain type statement. And Germany, the same thing. He said, we didn't start this war. Well, we helped them with Ukraine. It would have never happened if I was president, by the way. We would have had the problem with Russia and Ukraine, but you know, we had an incompetent president. But Germany said, talked all about that we demand, and strong, we demand that this war stop. But most importantly, he said, we didn't start the war. Well, we didn't start the war with Ukraine, but we helped them. I mean, Biden gave them $350 billion. I'm not giving it. I sell things to NATO, and they do what they want with it. I guess they give it to Ukraine, but I sell things at full price.
Yeah.
And we sell it to NATO, and they do what they want with it. But think of it, to make that statement after we've spent $350 billion, they made a statement, the German statement was bad, but all the statements were bad. No, we have to re-examine NATO because they weren't there for us. And let me tell you, and I've said this for 25 years, they weren't there for us, and they won't be there for us.
Wow.
They weren't there for us. This is just a military operation. This is not a hard thing for us. We are so much more powerful. I rebuilt our military in the first term. I'm using it in my second term. And we have the greatest military anywhere in the world. And now I was right with spending all that money on the military. We have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world. And it's amazing what we've been able to do. You look at Venezuela. We're doing so well with Venezuela. Great time to have Venezuela. And by the way, Venezuela now is making more money than they've ever made before, and we're participating in those profits.
Right.
Wow.
Well, Mr. President, we want to respect
That's amazing,
your time.
Mr.
I know how
President.
busy you are this morning, and I know that we will have part 2 of this interview this week at the White House. So I want to thank you so much for calling in and breaking all of this news this morning, sir. I will see you this upcoming week in the Oval Office, sir, for part 2 of our interview when we discuss the broader issues and the impact on the economy, sir. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Maria. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
I'm joined now by the
Hungary updates. What you? Oh, yeah, they won, right? The good guys won, not Orban and his party. Good job. Oh my God, black people of Reddit.
God can't disappoint you. You know,
Wait, is she the Jubilee lady or?
he's a good father. He is. You know, and he has the best intentions for you. His
Yeah.
plans are to prosper you.
Yeah.
Bring you to an expected end, but your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this?
Wait, what
but
happened?
your life does not.
Oh, I wasn't watching. Sorry. God's
Oh
plan.
my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this? Nigga. I can't even reach it, bro. This is this is beyond embarrassing. Wait a minute. Bruh.
Look there. Don't be laughing. Look there.
Right. Also got a supermajority in Parliament, which they need to undo a lot of the pro-Russia policies. Why is it so common for black women to wear wigs? I don't know. It's hard to grow their hair out. They can't grow hair. Why is it harder for black women to grow out their hair? It's difficult to maintain. Racism. Okay. It's hard to straighten curly hair. Any black women in DGG. Hard to grow it and takes a lot of work to do it nice. This is an XQC clip.
I'm more mad at Jimmy for this. Guys, Jimmy should have had the rules straight. No, you can't physically move somebody. End of story. You can't physically move somebody or, that's end of story. Otherwise, what stops somebody from pushing them outside of the circle?
No!
Me,
I didn't mean to go range.
Marlon, the
Or,
other
no,
guys,
fuck.
and Arky were going to leave the room before getting eliminated. So that's 4 other people will be eliminated. Because if we self-eliminate, right, in the challenge, they need to find the 4 other guys that have the paintball stuff on them, and then they would get eliminated, right? And then Jimmy stopped the game, brought in the game lawyer from another room inside the playroom, and they had a competitive ruling from the lawyer that we could not do that. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? So in my opinion, for the guy stuff, they should have had the lawyer come in because, I mean, he did move the guy and
I don't even know what this drama's about.
use him as a shield. I mean, I don't think that was allowed. I'm more mad at Jimmy for this. Guys.
Better XQC clip.
Shaky. I fought for concert like 6 months ago.
Some friendships might get ruined after this one.
Jesus.
Is 60 months worthy of a welcome to the jungle? I'm still healing. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Talk for me to drop.
You need a little taily, huh?
Wait, is my camera on by the way? Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't look that
Fingers is too shaky.
Okay. Watch the Mr. Beast video. I just tried 49 minutes. That sounds like a whole bunch of shit I don't give a fuck about. Why weren't you invited? Because I banged his mom. You just got a tier 5 sub. Wait. Stoat on a boat. Thank you for the tier 5 sub, everybody. My brother Nana offer this humble tribute as a prayer. Please give Andor a chance as a member of IC and secure and former Recondo. It is the best depiction of tradecraft politics I have ever seen in cinema. Man. Andor's got a lot of fanboys. That's what makes me not trust it, by the way. Is just the fandom. I know not to trust unhinged fandoms ever. And that's how I know the show is probably trash. Got him. Uh-oh.
What's going on in here?
Nothing. Just bored. Waiting for my show in 30 minutes.
What show?
I don't know. I'm doing a bunch of debates in the Darius Discord.
Oh, that's where your enemies can come and confront you, right?
Maybe, I guess. We'll see.
Cinema. There's a Darius Discord. Unfortunately, yes, there is. Lav got invited to it.
Oh boy.
Really? You're prepared for this, huh?
I'm prepared for everything. For all eventualities. For the alpha and the omega.
I mean, you can set up Streamlabs in like 2 seconds for the donation, you know?
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Is that sarcasm? Because you won't actually get right on that?
Holy shit. Are you an investigator now?
Yeah. Some people say that I have the best insight on individuals. So just be on the lookout.
Okay. I'll be looking out. What have you been up to today? Anything exciting?
Yes, I got my idle control working.
Good job. I thought you did this yesterday.
I did, and it wasn't working. But I fixed it today. So a 4-wire idle control valve consists of 2 solenoids, and I wired it up to the car's computer. But silly me, I had the first solenoid in the second solenoid position and vice versa. And I was wondering, why am I idling at 2,000 RPM? And the answer is because I had them backwards. So I went and I did it, and now I can control my idle. I can have whatever idle speed I want. I'm like the reality is what I... that guy, Thanos, that's me. Okay? Except for my idle speed. I also realized that some wires that are supposed to be in my car are not there anymore.
Holy
which is
shit.
slightly concerning, but that was just for some emission stuff, so, you know, not a huge deal.
No big deal. Emission stuff? More like,
Exactly.
You don't live in California, do you? Nope. Who
No.
cares?
Exactly. I do need to... I think I need to change up my exhaust a little bit, because right now, my wastegate... Is your car a turbo? It is, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea what an EcoBoost is. Is it turbocharged or supercharged?
Definitely turbo. Do they put supers on small cars?
They can.
Okay.
But anyways, the turbocharger, when it reaches max boost, the exhaust needs to stop spinning the turbo, because that would be bad, because you'd start over boosting. So what it does is the wastegate opens up, and it starts dumping all of the extra exhaust. Now in your car, in normal cars, that goes into your exhaust, so it's not fucking loud and obnoxious. But in mine, the guy who did the exhaust for me was like, how about if we just dump this to the air? So whenever my car hits max boost, it sounds like it's fucking straight piped, and it's obnoxious. So I need to put that back into the exhaust. I need to plumb those two things together. And then I'm pretty fucking close, honestly. It's pretty poggers.
That's pretty fucking awesome, dude. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy, Pog.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my Grow Score car reveal video.
Oh no, the Supra. I remember that. Those were the days with the fucking Twisted Fate rap.
Yeah, exactly. And the 1990s music on it. Oh god, it's gonna be Shrinema. Digital ground game is fighting Lycan. Why?
Lycan's always on some fucking retarded Twitter shit. But I feel like it's just to be expected at this point, right?
I just, yeah, but I'm not sure the purpose of, it's like kicking, I don't know. I was going to say like kicking a downed opponent, but it's like,
well, like a downed opponent, right?
Oh, it's like stomping on a snail with no snail shell. There's
Jesus.
nothing. I don't know. It hurts. Like when his tweets pop off, it's when he's hitting 5 likes. What do you want me to say?
Jesus. Oh my fucking god. Can I not win this fight? Fuck me. I'll do this later.
Oh, I sent you a thing in the group chat. Did you watch that on stream? Because I thought it was funny.
Did I?
Earlier.
You're mocking.
Oh, bro.
Mocking, by the way. You're mocking.
Oh, bro. If I wanted to mock, I would mock you. You don't want to go there, bro, because I can seriously.
Well, yeah,
mock.
I remember what you said last time.
What did I say last time?
He was talking about our prophet, and Aisha.
Was it? Oh yeah. How old was she? 6'7", 6'7".
You're a grown ass man, my brother. You're a grown ass man. You know how many pedophiles?
You know who wasn't a grown ass woman? Aisha.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of wild. The Slicker came back and he's like gambling right now, huh?
No, that's actually the least wild thing ever. That's what addicts do, right?
I guess, yeah.
That's how they go. Shrimple ass. Shrimple fucking ass.
You know what you can do? A time guesser. I'm very good at this game, by the way.
Yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Wait.
I hope you get fucking eviscerated.
Me too.
In this, whatever the fuck.
How long is this shit supposed to go, Radiant? You know what I need to psychologically prepare myself for.
You need to listen to like some hype music or something.
Oh yeah.
Can you fucking stop? When I say something, I don't need the fucking filler words.
Oh, sorry.
Like,
yeah, I should listen to some hype music. What kind of hype music, Dan?
I don't know. Fucking engage with what I'm saying.
Oh,
You can be like
Yahoo News. I don't believe that.
That's a shit sound effect to say to that. It's garbage. Would you just hit whatever the fucking came to
Somebody
you?
vax this guy.
There you go.
Oh, for fucking shit's sake.
We gotta hit him up with the. Shut up! You're so easy to make laugh. It's so cringe.
Do you have the huh?
What? Like that?
Yes, all the different, all the different ones. You need a whole page of them.
I do. I got them.
Stop.
What?
All right. Oh, what other meme? There was another meme I saw today that was funny. It was
What?
this one, and it has your voice in it. And I was gonna change it, but then I was lazy. That's right there. That's funny.
You're right. I got
Hassan.
derangement syndrome. I hate the motherfucker. And you know what? I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to get better. I want to get worse.
True. Absolutely true. Ah, fuck. It's 21st, Dan. Big hearing.
Oh yeah? What's it on?
I don't know. Hopefully it's on everything. I don't know if we keep this fucking case around or not. Hopefully.
In-person hearing?
Oh, yep.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Is there a subject matter for the hearing, or are you just YOLO guessing, or what?
The subject matter is supposed to be on just a continuance to push the trial down 2 months or back 2 months. My guess would have been that it would have just been automatically granted, but the judge called for a hearing right after they filed it before our response. So maybe they want to ask about the subject matter jurisdiction. I'm hoping they're going to ask us questions about the motion for summary judgment stuff. Is my guess.
You think Lauren De Laguna will be in person?
No, she's not. No. But Pixie won't even be there. I don't even know if Joan will be there. Usually it's just the one guy. She didn't show up for the last hearing because it's just a joke and a meme for these people. Maybe even none of Pixie's legal team will be there. Who the fuck knows?
Well, don't you win if that happens?
Not necessarily, but I mean, it would look really bad for them. I probably would, yeah. It would be pretty bad, yeah. Only you have to be there in person? I don't have to be, but I mean, it's kind of important to me. I like to be there for it's kind of a meaningful thing in my life. It's not just a meme like it is for Pixie.
How about a new background for your desktop here?
It changes, every now and then. I think. Doesn't Windows change it every now and then?
I don't know.
Yo.
What?
I just want to say what's up, and
Shrimp Alive, that's what's
I don't
up.
know if you saw. Did you see the messages I posted in the melting pot where I tagged you?
No, I don't even know how to check that shit for Discord.
But so basically, Juice Stalker just recently banned all mention of the melting pot because it's considered a doxing server. I guess it's because you're in it.
Oh, they were mega ass pained yesterday about the soy pill shit. Ooh.
Yeah, I was watching.
It was funny because after when you call out, just because the way that I have to play my cards is I kind of just have to be basically open about everything. But regardless of that, he still had to run down their strategy of basically saying that well, soy pill is a fucking idiot. He's only doing this for money. He just did exactly what I said they do, to where they have to just start character assassinating anybody near me. Yeah.
It was so funny. I was watching the stream. It's literally. Every time he would pause to say something retarded, he'd be like, "Oh, we don't DM people," or we don't coordinate this stuff. And then he would unpause, and then Soy Pill would be like, "Oh, well, Juice Stalker and Kilo and these other guys just DM'd me earlier, and they were giving me these really weird talking points about it." And just every time he just contradict himself when he would unpause. It's just really funny.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if anybody wants to come talk to Destiny, discord.gg/melted. It's going to be very adversarial, so I don't recommend joining if you do not like conflict. There's a lot of anti-fans in the server.
No Israel-Palestine stuff then?
No, you can do that for sure. Anything is fine. I mean, the way it's going to work is everyone's going to have 1 or 2 minutes of talking time, and then we'll, if it's really boring, then we'll just move on to the next person. but I'm not totally sure how many people are going to be coming. I just think it's going to be a lot. So, you know.
Wow. Trimple eyes, right?
Yep, Trimple eyes.
Trimple eyes.
Okay, I actually forgot what I was going to tell you. I came in here for something and I can't remember. But yeah, I'll see you in like 15 minutes.
Okay, be careful, babe.
DGL.
I didn't hear the second G. I just heard DGL.
Good.
By the way,
what?
Apparently, you shit on my ranking of doctors on the new ER show.
Did I? I didn't know you did a ranking on doctors.
I did. I heard you did a really retarded one. Actually, chat, let me see the pit ranking from Steve. Because I heard this shit was unbelievably poor. Because you're ranking them on the competence of how good of a doctor they are.
Ranking them on all
or
the
like how
things.
good how good at their job are they, right?
Just depends. That could be one aspect of it.
So how did you not put the pit boss nurse in S tier?
I don't know. What did she? I don't know. Maybe I just thought she was annoying. Problem? Troll face? Got him. Okay. I'm gonna run downstairs to grab a package before this starts. I'll be back. Wait, do you guys want to give me a video?
Wait, I have a video that you can watch.
Quick. What is it?
I'm gonna give it to you. Hold on. I'm pulling it up right now. 1 second. And where are you? You're right here. There you go. Classic.
Wow. 2 hours? Jesus Christ, Dan.
Yeah.
Truck ASMR? Truck building ASMR?
The whole thing, start to finish, Shrinema.
Did you guys learn something in here?
Do like a little intro, and Deej
Okay,
and
bet.
Radiant, you guys can like lead into the questions.
Bro, it's not an interview.
It's not an interview. To lean into the story of the questions, the lore, dude. Like, you know what I mean? You know what like a lore is? Hello?
What?
What?
So like I'll like
Oh.
no, I'll be like, yo, like I'm alright, no, it's already happened. There you go. Hello?
Hello?
Yo, what's up, Slime?
What'd you call me?
Slime? You ever heard that slur term?
Yep.
All right. All right. Now, just let me do the intro. Okay. Welcome to the 5th cross-community live stream debate with Darius, Radiant. He's supposed to. I don't know where Radiant is. Here as co-hosts for the live melting pot versus the world segment. We have Destiny versus the world. You don't like their takes. They don't like their community. You have beef with them. We'll hash it out. All right. We're going to be going from around now to 11 p.m. perhaps. I mean, maybe shorter, maybe longer. But this should be very interesting. Thank you.
Trample
Yeah. Yeah. Also, some clarification because there seems to be a lot of miscommunication going around. I saw today that JCOK called us a doxing server. This is not a doxing server. I created this server called the Melting Pot to kind of bring everybody of all communities together. Because I'll be honest, I got a little ass mad. I went into JCOK server one day about 4 months ago because I was like, you know what? I just want to debate some people on ethics because I'm a big ethics guy.
Yeah, big ethics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Debater, yeah.
Yeah. And then I went in there and I started debating, and they're all trolling and being retarded. They all are just like fart noise soundboarding. They're
That's
not
just
making any sense.
crazy.
So I'm over there. I'm over here lyrically destroying them all. And then JSOK goes and says, if this guy's just gonna farm my community, I'm just gonna ban him because I don't want nobody to farm. Like, nobody should be doing that. Like, it's just he's being bad faith. He's not even listening to the argument. He said he was gonna talk to me, didn't even have a conversation with me. And then I tried joining like some other like snark. Someone said it's a snark server or something. It's like Chud Logic's like hangout session, and all of them were like gonna dox my family and kill them. And I was like, okay, well, there's no middle place to like have a discussion about drama with charitable people. And this server, I'm trying to mold into that with a limitation on rules. Pretty much nobody gets banned. You get sent to prison if you're bad, if you have issues. There's been a lot of N-words, F-words that have gone around, but apparently that's not against Discord TOS. If you do Discord TOS, you'll just get banned by Discord while you're in prison. We put you in prison, and then you just kind of wait until, Discord itself handles you. So yeah, this is a server of all opinions. I'm not biased towards Destiny. I'm just a real ass nigga. So pretty much that's it. Just there's no doxing here. I don't allow doxing. Last person who doxed was actually Radiant, and he was doxing JCOK, and he went to prison. We put him in prison, and he hasn't done it since.
Is this
Yeah, I
true,
can attest
Radiant?
to that. I was banned, but I'm reformed now.
And look at
all
him
allegations
now.
are false.
And look at him now. We tried to get Mr. Girl in here today. Didn't happen. Everyone, I didn't really reach out to anybody. So this is kind of going to be hosted by Radiant and Deej because I didn't really.
I told Gabe is supposed to be like the main host because this is kind of his show. But I'm trying to get him up here because he prepared something very like he dedicates something to you, Destiny. He really wants to show you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it come tribute?
Jesus. Christ.
Yeah, Destiny, yeah.
I just want to
Destiny,
say, I have no involvement in what Radiant
Yeah, if
is
you wanna
talking
know
about
the
right now.
lore,
Just
he
so
does
everyone's
come
clear,
through.
I have no involvement in what Radiant's saying.
no, okay, yeah, but me neither. But this is just Gabe's.
What do you mean, me neither? Wait.
What involvement do I have? You think I'm doing contributes?
Also, okay, so Destiny, I know that you have like limitations. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. If you have, okay, so there's gonna be people that are gonna come in here. They're gonna say like something about veganism. They may say something about your son. They might say something like out of pocket. Like this is a melting pot. We don't do bans. So just say like I'm uncomfortable, but we do value comfortability and like feeling safe. So if you start to feel uncomfortable, just say I'm uncomfortable with this guest, and we'll just easily move them.
Thank you.
from
Yeah,
the
those are like the
broadcast.
two things that like Destiny just won't
So-
tolerate. It's like his son, and then also veganism. You know.
We-
True.
So I'm 100% like on your team and shit, but like I'm trying to make a Discord that's all about like everything. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I can't ban them, but I will. And unless it's against Discord terms of service, then, we gotta get them out of here.
I got you.
Like any, like, you know what I mean?
Okay, wait. Before this, listen. Hold on. I love all of you so much. Just in case, I'm just gonna. I think I'll only stream this one on Kick. Okay, just in case people go.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good idea. I was gonna say. Might not be good
Mark,
YouTube content.
I also was going to talk to you about that. So Radiant came to me to tell me about you talking about monetary issues with your other platforms.
Yeah, he's been hurting.
Well,
Are
I'm
you having
waiting
them?
on YouTube. I do an appeal in 2 weeks to figure out if I get remonetized or not. But also, listen, if you're on YouTube, kick.com/Destiny. I love you guys. I'm gonna move over just in case. Be careful.
Smart. Yeah, no. I was going to talk to you about something later, but we'll get into that. There's a couple people here that want to talk to you about possible avenues on Kick. But yeah, Radiant, Deej, take it away.
Yeah, so if we can, Gabe, are you listening? If you're listening, please come to the stage. We really need you.
I really, I
Turn on
don't,
your camera.
I don't know. Okay, Non-Fun really wants to speak. He keeps like spamming it. So should we have him be the first one to be in the melting pot?
Sure, why not? I mean, it's ordered. If you look at the request to speak, it's ordered by people who requested. I was just gonna go by order. But yeah, but no, yeah, we'll start with non-fun. Why not?
I think we should bring Bam in. That looks like a female, and they have this is a mutual. So let's just hop.
Yeah,
them
real
in
quick.
first.
If you are in the pot, please raise your hand. Otherwise, so that way you can like get added to the line. Otherwise, we won't be able to like bring you on stage. But yeah, that's generally what we're gonna do. Just raise your hand. We'll give you like 2 minutes to speak. And then if the conversation is good, we'll let it keep going. If it's not, then we'll just move on to the next person, and you can get to the back of the line.
Wow, great
But,
idea.
Can the three of us actually just pick a person, or four of us pick a person, and then do it that way?
Oh yeah, we could do that, but I think they have to have their
What?
hand raised.
Because I would just like to see
Wait.
pick whose pick is better. Because if you pick non-fun, I'd love to see people just laugh at you, and then I'll pick.
Okay, I
Jay.
have no lens or like preference here. If we're picking, why not do like the princess or someone like a streamer who has her hand up currently?
Yo, I want to get.
Yeah,
Prawn
that's your
up
if
here,
that's your number one draft pick, go for it, man.
Okay,
can we get
what is
Prawn up
this? Okay,
Actually, let's do a draft. Yeah. We'll do like first come, first serve for each person.
let's
So,
do a
like,
draft. He said. All right, okay,
All right,
let's just invite
pick the first
princess.
one.
All right, princess.
So Deej wants Prawn first. All right, let's go. That's Deej's choice.
Oh,
What's
God,
up,
I'm
Prawn?
first? Okay, what up?
All right,
guys hear me?
Princess.
Loud
I
and
know you
clear.
got some very
Yes, sir.
important things to tell Destiny.
All right, it's awkward because I agree with most stuff, but I got some disagreements.
Okay.
First, I want to talk about doomerism and how it totally makes sense to be doomer these days. Everything sucks. The economy sucks. Everyone's got student loans. Housing sucks. I think I've heard you say like it's just like it's mostly just bad vibes. I'm just curious, Destiny, like how are you concerned about wealth inequality in general?
Not like it's not. No, not generally. I think it's like a byproduct of other things I talk about, but I don't think I'm like fixated or focused on wealth inequality.
You maybe convince me why I shouldn't be so doomeristic. Like I see these stats like about like income versus like housing costs. So like any reasons why like those stats like, should be very important to me?
Is there a reason why those stats shouldn't be important to you? I mean, they can be important to you. Are you asking me to convince you why
What?
you shouldn't care about income inequality? Is that what the question is basically?
I'll be specific. Yeah. Well, like on housing, why for some context, I'm like in my mid 30s. Why should I not be concerned that like people like about my age range, my income range, like can't buy houses? I know like houses might be overrated, or whatever, but not having the option to. Why should I not be concerned of that?
I mean, I think it's an okay thing to be concerned about. I think affordability of housing and a place to live is probably like it's a huge determiner of a ton of different things in life, right? So I think it's a good thing to be concerned about. Yeah.
But I shouldn't be like too doomeristic. Like, you think there's a good like solution we had there? Because I think like one of the reasons like why the right won is because like there's like not a strong like messaging coming from the left, like how we're gonna address these issues. But even though it's probably false, the right is like trying to give
I mean,
answers to
that's
these.
true. There's not the strongest, but I think that's just because addressing it is really, really hard. Like, the right might message on addressing it, but it's not like they're fucking doing anything about it. It's just housing is just a really, really difficult issue to solve. The difficulty of it is probably it's a real difficulty, but it's also probably overstated a bit, which also makes it hard to address. And then people come at it from like a very like it's a very emotionally charged perspective where all of the anger is put on people that aren't really the major players in making housing fucked as well. Like people that focus on like institutional investors and everything, when in reality it's like just old people with lots of houses and shit, or just like people trying to move to the same area and just like a lack of keeping up with housing in general and NIMBYs and everything else. But like the BlackRock or whatever conversation topic that gets like so much more play than anything else related to housing, so it kind of destroys the conversation. Yeah.
With that in mind, do you have any advice on how maybe the left could better handle that messaging? Like maybe like how do you tackle just like dealing with old people, like besides just like waiting them to die out?
No, I mean, you can create different maybe tax incentives or something, although there already are like tax incentives to be for your first home versus like rental properties and everything else. But I can't think of anything. No, maybe. No, it's a hard one. Like, this is the thing where like every single country on the planet is having issues with housing. It seems like you have to do this from like the state level or the federal level, but it would be a huge affront to like one of your strongest voter bases in the U.S., which are homeowners. So I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one. Like, I could think of laws to counter it, but I just don't know. Like, or I could think of something. So, like, for instance, making it illegal to own multiple properties, I guess, unless you have like a business. But there's going to be people who are opposed to that for a ton of different reasons. Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one.
Yeah. Making properties never feels good. Slightly unrelated, but would it be for like?
Wait. All right, Princess.
All right,
any closing words? Any closing?
Wait, why are you kicking him out already?
Bro,
listen, I want to hear a non-fun. I want to hear a non-fun. Hey, if it's boring, I'll come back later. How about that?
No, actually, wait, you had some other things you want to say, I think, right, Prawn?
Well, closing statement. Destiny, you might not know this, but I do a dating show. I think you'd be great on there. I'll get eight girls to try to win you over. So if you want to do something like that,
What an amazingly original idea. I'll be right there. Okay. Yeah.
What about your other idea? What about your other idea? I think it was something about, I think it was called like Kick or something. What was it, Prawn?
Yeah, also, I think that people are missing this show called Kick or Keep, and I think it's ready to come back. And I think I'm the perfect guy to help you with that out.
Wow. You should host it yourself and see how it goes. Good luck.
I'm already working on it. Thank you.
Have fun.
Thank you, Princess. Alrighty, so Destiny's officially 1-0 in the melting pot. He absolutely demolished that Princess guy.
Wait, who decides if you win or lose a debate?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Prawn got owned that one.
It was self-evident.
I feel like that was a win.
Okay.
I feel like that was
All right, so Darius or Radiant, you guys pick the next person.
Yeah, I'll pick. I will go with non-fun. At least we bring him on earlier. Why?
Okay.
Why are you laughing? I don't get it. Was non-fun? There's something wrong with non-fun? I thought he's been. I only knew him or met him like once. He seems chill. Destiny. Prawn wants to know if you can get unbanned from Kick Chat. His name is the Prancess.
Are there ban appeals or something? I don't know. I'll do it later. Maybe.
Okay.
Be careful.
All right. Next up, non-fun.
What's good?
Yo.
How do I drag someone in?
You have to, I don't know. I think they have to request to speak, and then you have to click the invite, and they join. I have no idea. I don't think you can like force them to speak.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it made me accept, but I guess I have a few issues. But first one, because I was reminded of it today. I've heard Destiny say this talking point immigration a few times, and he posted a clip of it again today, where he say, "Oh, the reason we need immigration is because we're below the natural rate of unemployment, and if we don't bring immigrants in, we're going to have inflation because the labor market's going to be too tight or whatever. I guess for one, I think the evidence on that being a concern is just like not that great. I think if you look at the even the Fed themselves now agree that's not that big of a concern, because if you look at the literature, it seems like it's either basically never been a big concern based on data we have from like a bunch of different states going all the way back to like the 1960s, or it's not a concern ever since labor market negotiating power declined. In there's a paper about, I think it's called "Who Killed the Phillips Cover Murder Mystery," about how supposedly union membership decline led to that wage price spiral just not being a big concern anymore. And then secondly, I don't think it's just, I don't know why we would expect immigrants to even decrease net employment. They probably increase employment.
They probably increase employment. Wait. So what do you think? What is my claim that you don't like or whatever?
That we need more immigration to get below the natural rate of unemployment. Because if we're not below the natural rate of unemployment, we're going to get inflation.
I don't know if these things necessarily tie into each other. I think usually when I'm talking about immigration, usually like my feeling is just that there's a lot of jobs right now in the United States that need to be filled. And it seems like cutting off our high skilled labor via restriction of H-1Bs and then cutting off low skilled labor via whatever we're doing with the border and deportations. It just seems like it's hurting all of those industries that can't hire people now. And it just feels like we're hurting for labor everywhere in the United States. I don't know necessarily.
I don't disagree with that.
Usually when I bring up unemployment, usually what I'm saying is that our rate of unemployment right now is very low. So all the people that are talking about the importance of manufacturing and all this other stuff, my question is always just like, where are you getting these employees from? Because it feels like our unemployment at the moment is so low. It doesn't seem like we have a ton of extra employees to draw from anywhere. I think that's usually why I bring it up.
Sure. I think that can, there is some hypocrisy there or whatever, but you even posted that clip in that one, sure. But I don't think you weren't doing that. Like, I remember specifically because you posted a clip of the same interaction today on your Twitter, or it might have been yesterday by now, of you talking to like some boomer MAGA guy or whatever. And I remember you specifically it was some type of like Jubilee knockoff thing or whatever, you telling him that we need to get below the natural rate of unemployment, which you said is about 5%. So that we don't have any type of like wage price spiral.
Is that really? I'm saying, why would bringing in more people decrease the rate of unemployment? If I said that, then it was a misspeak. I'm pretty sure what I usually say is we just need more workers. But I mean, if you bring in another person and then they get a job, I don't know how much that's impacting your unemployment rate, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't. You would expect immigrants to increase net employment. That might not necessarily affect the rate. You're right, but that's why I have that issue.
Okay. I mean, have you heard me bring this up before? You said I've brought this up multiple times. I don't think I've ever stated that.
I absolutely heard you bring it up multiple times because I get triggered every time you say it.
It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Hold on. You said this clip got posted today on my Twitter?
It wasn't the clip of you saying that, but it was a clip of it's from the same video of you talking to the same guy about immigration. That's why I got reminded about it.
Fuck. Do you remember who I'm talking to?
Illegal.
Oh wait, this immigration thing. Once you scratch the surface, you'll just see plain old racism. Is that it?
I believe so.
Okay.
Like I said, you didn't say it in that clip. It was just.
Oh, I didn't say it in this clip, but. Okay.
Right, well,
you know what? Wait. I'm gonna
say.
Hold on. I'm gonna say no. I don't think I've ever said this before. This doesn't make sense at all. This doesn't factor into my brain. Like the idea that bringing in more immigrants would reduce the rate of unemployment. If I'm bringing up unemployment, usually what I'm saying is that like we're below 5%. Our unemployment is already really low, and they want to bring all these manufacturing jobs over to the United States. Like, how are you going to fill these factories? You don't have workers for them. So I'm talking about immigration as being required there to alleviate like concerns about hiring new people. It's not to bring down the rate of unemployment. It's just because we just need workers. That would be. I don't think I've ever said this. If I've ever stated this, like it'll lower the rate of unemployment thing, then it was either a misspeak or I think you misheard. I'm gonna go with that one. I think you misheard. But you're saying I say this frequently, so I don't know. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that one. That's my perspective.
Should have the clips prepared.
All right, Nonpon, closing thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. Seems like he agrees it was a mistake that he said it. It's just that he just is delusional about him. He has to convince himself that he never said it. So.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I believe the next person we're going to try to get
1-1, by the way.
No, that's 2-0. It's 2-0.
No, it's not. It's 1-1.
Okay, wait, real quick. If you guys want to talk, please join the pot channel. Remember, also join the Discord, discord.gg/melted. You will need to raise your hand, so please raise your hand if you want to speak. We are what's the word? Fast tracking? Yeah, we are fast tracking all
Bring Jenny in. I don't know how to invite her. How do I get her in?
Who? Oh, Jenny.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
This is Darius' pick, by the way.
Finally!
Hi, everybody. Hi, Destiny. Hi, Radiant, and everyone else. I came up here.
Wait,
I think this Miragenix run is dead.
Hi,
Fuck.
Deej. Hi,
Can
Deej.
you let us say hi back? Everyone say hi back.
Okay, hi.
Hi back.
Look,
Hello.
okay, whatever.
Wait for us to say. Destiny, you can say hi back too.
Hi back.
Hi. I wanted to originally come up here because I wanted to ask Destiny if he'd unban me from DGG, but I feel like I have other plans. I wanted to actually ask you why, and maybe you weren't aware of this, but you were harboring a pedophile rapist in your server for years, and I just think that's kind of crazy considering the fact that I never did anything on that fucking level. And when we're looking at creatures like E.T., right? E.T.'s big fat sloppy ass and his love for children and, you know, incapacitated women, it just makes me wonder. It makes me fucking wonder, why is he more deserving to be in that server than I am? Curious.
This is
Boss
a true
Destiny?
statement.
I
think he's trying to digest it.
Sorry, I'm back. That's just like crazy. I'm gonna assign my investigatory squad to that ASAP. Okay, we're gonna look into that one. All right, that guy.
Destiny's already curious.
He needs to go into the Epstein files 100%.
Wait, should we bring
Okay,
ET
and
in to dispute these claims? These are pretty heavy-hitting claims.
So that's okay. You said what?
I said, should we bring ET in to dispute these claims? Deej, Darius?
Yeah.
This is pretty hard-hitting.
Oh, she's talking about ET?
She's talking about ET. Oh yeah, there were big claims about ET. Yeah.
Yeah.
ET, were you being a
Destiny,
pedophile in the
do
DGG server?
No.
You said you want to fuck on 17-year-old Avril Lavigne and Destiny. I know you have children. Shut your bitch ass up, monkey. But Destiny, I know you have children, and I know you would probably be pissed off if you had a daughter and your daughter was in college and she was incapacitated at a fucking party, and her friend watched her go in a room with a guy that fucking raped her. And then when the cops asked about it, all of a sudden, oh, the rape never happened. The rape never happened. Wouldn't that like just piss you off as a father?
Well, I don't have a
Yeah,
daughter,
that's
so I
what
don't know.
the
I can't
fucking-
even think about it. It's hard to consider.
But it's not rape, right?
Well,
ET, like, but it's not rape,
So
right?
it seems
That's not what
like,
fucking
so it
happened,
seems like
though.
this- seems
Oh,
like-
it's not. It's not. So
So
everyone's
it seems
lying
like
on you.
this is going into a litigation on. So if ET's, so I think this should lead into this. ET should tell his story of what happened, and you could.
Oh,
share your
God,
perspective
no.
on it, Jenny.
Oh, and he
if
also went
Destiny-
by a
if
middle
Destiny-
school and said the
if
kids
Destiny
look
just-
hot.
If Destiny decides this is co-signing rape, or this is low-key rape, or something along those lines, I think you should be unbanned, Jenny, and ET will be permanently banned from every side community. Maybe not this one because you can't ban anybody here, but you will be in prison.
Yeah, we are a pedophile-friendly community here, so.
I do not
that's
co-sign
me,
anything
just
that was
unban
said
me,
in the
like,
last
it'll
30
literally
seconds.
take 10 seconds, and I'll just leave. Like, it'll take 10 seconds.
What'll take 10 seconds?
Unban me. And then you can cuss out the pedophile on panel next to you.
Wait, unban you from where? My Discord or my chat?
The DGG.
The Discord or the chat?
Oh, sorry. The Discord.
I can't control the unbans there. That's my moderation squad.
Okay, well,
He said,
Shambles
"I don't
called
run
me a
it." He said,
nigger.
"I don't run it."
Shambles called me a nigger for literally no reason.
No.
I understand the or the
Yeah, I have a
process
feeling
or
that
whatever,
probably
but
didn't happen. I have a feeling it's probably not true,
joking.
but you
Yo,
know.
first
yeah.
warning, first warning.
Campbell's one of
If you
It,
say anything
it was
on
probably for a reason, is what he's saying.
Ooh, what?
The N-word is okay in historical context. Was that someone calling you it in historical context?
What?
Or
What do you mean?
why did you just say the N-word? Why did they call you the N-word?
What, nigger?
Yes.
It's a joke. Shambles didn't call me a nigger, guys. Relax.
Then why don't you
Oh.
talk about why you got banned from DGG? Why don't you talk about that?
Oh, they said I doxed the autistic girl. I did not dox the autistic girl. so.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah, so we should move on.
Unless somebody can prove I doxed bitch. No, you
hold on, real
can't because
quick.
it never happened.
Which
Okay.
bitch was the autistic one in the Destiny Discord?
Her name is like Amy or some shit. I don't know.
Amu?
Oh, hey, Bambi.
No,
Bambi.
no, no, no.
Okay, yeah, I
didn't
think,
dox
can we
Amu.
move on to the next
I
person?
mean, she
We've got
does
a lot
smell
of callers.
bad, but I
We
didn't
have a lot
dox
of
her.
callers waiting.
All
We have a lot
right,
of callers
Jenny,
waiting.
ET,
Thank you
any
so much for your time.
closing statements?
Thank you for
Well,
Um,
I think Jenny's doing a good job.
Okay, bye,
Good
guys.
job. Well, hopefully you're gonna unbanned. That's great. So ET, so describe your rape.
What? Okay. I wasn't even the one that was involved in the whole fucking sexual thing. I was
Okay,
literally
well,
in the other
everyone,
room.
you're on the spot now, and I think you need to either one, explain
Why
your
do I have to do
situation so you can
this?
put, because it'll put a. Oh god, I'm tired of hearing this story every fucking day in this Discord. And if
19.
you
I
say,
met 19 times, bro. 19 times I've told this story.
Well, now you got the whole DGG audience here, like ready to listen.
At least if you say it this time, I don't ever need to hear it again because everybody will know. So
Okay, that's
you can
true.
leave it the fuck
All
alone.
right. So like, yeah, I was in college. It was my first year. I was 18. My friend Erica, my friend Jeremy, who's 19, and my friend Sonia. We were trying to drink and go smoke. We were like second week of college or whatever. We went to the dorms, and like Erica and Jeremy said that they wanted to fuck or something. I don't know why they actually wanted to fuck, but that's why I even told Erica, I was like, why the fuck do you want to fuck this guy? Seems like kind of like a creep. He not really cool dude. She's like, no, yeah, I'm down to fuck this guy. I'm really down to actually have sex with this guy. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if you want to have sex with this guy, I'm not gonna stop you. So they go into the room, like we were in like the living room area. They go into Jeremy's room, and they were gonna go fuck or whatever. And I'm sitting in the living room smoking weed with my friend Sonia. And like while we're sitting there, Jeremy comes out of the room and he's just like, hey, we need some fucking help. And like Sonia's like, oh, I'll help. And like she goes into the room. And when she goes into the room, like I don't know what the fuck happens there, but something goes on in there. And then she comes back out. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And she's just like, oh, hey, yeah, no, she needed help. It's like her first time. She's a virgin. So like, you know, she needed some fucking help getting the penis in there or something. So that's what apparently happened. After they had sex, they came back out. Erica's topless. She's just like standing around, just being like, yeah, man, whatever, man. Like it was fun. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, you know, she had a fun time. I'm not going to judge her for it. Like a month goes by, and after a month goes by, like she has sex with like 5 other dudes, and she finds out like at the end of the month or whatever that she has herpes. And she was like really upset that she got herpes, and like she was blaming Jeremy for giving her herpes, which by the way, Jeremy got tested. He doesn't have herpes. He didn't give her herpes. But she was so upset about the whole herpes incident that she literally went to the police and said that he raped her. And basically, so I don't know why people are calling me a rapist, but I wasn't even involved with the whole sex part. I was in the other room. So calling me a rapist is like, you can't even say I'm in the realm of being a rapist.
Yeah. For context for Destiny, there's like 5 other people in the server that say that
Are all
that are very
rapists?
convinced. Yeah, that are very convinced that ET is a rapist. So we wanted to know what your thoughts are on that. Now that ET has told you the story.
Well, I mean, assuming that story is true, how does that make him a rapist?
More like a rape facilitator is what they're saying. But yeah.
How did the guy rape the girl? Or, I mean, assuming what he's saying is true, it seems like that's obviously not the case. I'm guessing she would probably have a different story, right?
Probably.
Do you think that there could have been any
would
improper
definitely have a different
behavior?
story. She would definitely have a different story because she was so upset that she wanted to say that he raped her. She literally went to the cops about it. So yeah, she would definitely have a different story. But like, I'm just saying, this is literally from a third person's perspective. What fucking happened?
Do you think was there any improper behavior and like anything ET should have done better in preventing whatever could have happened in that room? Destiny?
I don't know. Why? I don't understand the whole, they had to call someone to help her put the dick in or whatever. That sounds...
I don't understand it either, but I mean,
Yeah, I was telling you-
Wait, it's your story. What do you mean you don't understand it?
I guess what was happening was she was too tight for him and she needed help getting the dick in there.
Wait, so are you the one who helped put... Wait.
That
No,
doesn't
I
make
wasn't in the
sense. I
room.
don't know what you just said. Actually, I'm switching more to the rapist thing, I think.
Yo!
How am I a
Yo,
rapist?
ET,
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 36. This was literally like 18 years ago.
Can you explain to me in detail what that process is?
Well, what process? Which process?
Hold on, wait, we
Helping
have
somebody put the dick in. What does that mean?
We have an accuser. We have an accuser that would like to come talk. I believe Watts. I'm gonna let Watson.
Oh God, no.
She's got.
Wait,
she's
no.
one of the
They don't need
main-
to have. Why do we need the accusers? They just are doing the. They're just saying
Well,
the
because
story.
we need someone to frame the opposite
Well,
argument.
I'm telling you, this is literally. I literally had. It was the second week of college. I was 18 years old. What do you like? You think I should have sort of had the foresight to be like, oh, dude, she should have handled that.
Okay, so the bad thing, you're 18, not 7 years old. Like, you know what to put.
I get that. But I mean, it's like you're trying to ask me to be like, you should have been more mature about it. I'm like, bro, I was like fucking kid.
Wait, Watts, can you give the argument for why?
Did you say you were a
rapist?
fucking kid still? Did anyone else just hear that? What?
Hold on,
I
wait.
was
Can we let
18,
Watts
I'm
speak?
saying I was still a kid, yeah.
Wait, let's let Watts speak.
I don't necessarily think E.T.'s like the rapist here. I think he's really, the whole thing is like E.T. changes the story a lot, and every time he tells it, he kind of adds new details and he downplays it from when he first told it.
Because I have to say it so many times.
It's really, really funny though. It's just a really funny story. He's not really like a rapist, but it's weird that he was getting this girl. This girl was extremely drunk. By the way, he said this girl was extremely
Everybody was
drunk.
drunk and high, yeah.
Yeah, drunk and high. And then they go into a room together. He's listening outside, by the way. He doesn't mention this in this part, but he's outside the door. And then the girl is apparently too tight. She's uncomfortable. She's like, oh, this is too tight. This is not working. So the guy goes out and asks another girl, hey, can you help me put it in? So this other girl is coming in to this girl who's too tight, which is like not very good. If she's too tight, she's probably
To
uncomfortable.
be fair, I've had sex with women that are obviously very aroused by me, and it takes a lot. They're very obviously very aroused
I mean,
by me.
I told ET he sounded like he missed out on a threesome. I don't think it's a rape, but
I was 18 at the time, bro. I did no game at that time. All right, I had no game.
Okay, wait.
But it is very obvious that they're aroused.
Wait. Okay, for a closing segment.
Wait,
ET,
what?
do you
I don't
wanna
know. Wait,
discuss
what the fuck is happening? I don't understand
I-
how
okay,
Mimi
I-
or how serious. Like,
I
wait. No, wait. This sounds like a
apologize.
really. This sounds like a really bad. I don't understand the environment. So there was a girl that showed up with some guy. They were drunk. They went into the room, and then they said, like, this is why I asked you. Walk me through. What does it mean to help somebody who's too tight? Why would you need an extra person for that? What? I don't understand. What that,
I wasn't even in the room. I'm telling you, this is what Sonia would have been the one to ask this question to, because I wasn't even in the fucking room. I asked Sonia like, what the fuck happened? She's like, she was like too tight and she needed help. That's why she wanted like somebody to help her or whatever. I was like, okay, like whatever.
that doesn't make you. That doesn't give you pause. Where you're like, that's kind of a weird thing to say.
I don't. What do you want me to say? I wasn't even in the room. I didn't see what happened. I didn't ask her. I was just like, it is what it is. Like, what should I?
And also, I feel like I'm missing an important part of it about after the sex. She was apparently walking around shirtless, like in
Yeah,
the
she
days.
was walking around topless. I don't know why the fuck she was doing that.
And
but
she wasn't
whatever.
talking to anyone. She was just walking
She
around.
was like, whatever, man. She was like, whatever, like whatever.
That's
bro.
not what
like,
you
I just
said
had
at
sex.
first.
Yeah, no, that's what. Like,
You
that's
said that she
essentially
was
how
like in her
but she was like
days.
whatever about it.
Oh wait,
Like-
we
like-
got
like-
gift luck. Hold on, wait. Can we get gift luck in here? Because I think he really wants to speak. Probably because
No.
Watts is here.
What? No,
For those
please
who don't
don't.
know, gift luck is also known as gift cuck around here. So just he's a
We
very
don't need to
special
do
member.
Discord lore. So
Okay,
we-
yeah.
Okay,
but
so
we-
I think we're on the tier right now, ET, where you might be a rapist, co-signer, a co-signing rapist, which is okay. You're not a rapist fully. You're
hold on, I
like,
think gift luck. I think gift luck can give like the full story.
Radiant. Please
him up
kill
there.
yourself. Please kill yourself.
Well,
Radiant.
no, like I'm serious. Like we should really get gift luck in here.
Radiant.
do you
Please
think,
kill
Barry?
yourself.
Wait, what do you think,
Great
Barry?
engineer.
Okay, for
I
our
used to be an
closing
engineer.
segment, can we just ask ET just a quick question? Are you going to speak on why you're banned from the DGG Discord?
No, I don't want to speak on that.
Oh, you don't want to speak? Okay, this is the actually interesting thing that you
Don't worry.
fucking retards weren't talking about, by the way. All right.
Okay.
So you don't want to talk about it? You don't want to talk about why you're banned from the DGG
I mean, we can
Discord?
talk. We can talk about it, but I just know it's already like. I mean, we're already going over me being a rapist when I wasn't even involved with the sex thing. So it's like, what else are you guys gonna lie about me about?
Wait, I mean, but we have like a log from a DGG Discord admin, I think. Is that a lie as well, or?
What the fuck is this?
Whoa!
I just saw
whoa,
there's somebody put a
whoa,
fucking that.
whoa.
I don't even remember saying that.
Whoa! ET. So just to be
Okay,
clear, you don't
wait.
want to
So
talk
what is
about
the
it.
stated reason for why he's banned?
They're lying. It's stupid. It's really stupid. Like the stated reason says like showing child porn or something, but the context is that he was showing hentai or whatever, or like he passed by. Like,
Okay, just to be clear, I do not agree with Radiant's framing. Just
That's
just so
what the
we're-
mod
just
said
clear.
themselves.
It was
That's what the mod
just
said.
hentai. Like I was trying to stream. I was streaming a replay of a video game, and as I was streaming, one of my folder like images got flashed, and it was just like a hentai picture. But everybody said it was lolly, and I was like, that's why I got banned, just because they said I was streaming lolly.
Okay.
But it wasn't lolly. It wasn't lolly. It wasn't even lolly. But it's whatever. It was just hentai.
Okay.
Well, to be very clear, the mod. I'm pretty sure we got testimony from the mod that said it was hentai. So like, I don't. It's kind of.
I've shown them to the people.
Can we get the mod? Can we get the mod? In
Yeah, we
the
have the
mod?
DGG
Can we get
mod.
the mod in the building?
It's ephemeral. Ephemeral. If he wants to come in here and actually address it, I would love to hear that. Nobody hear him address it.
Okay, but yeah, we should move on to the next person. I think.
All right, and yeah, until then, Ephemeral, if you do join, let us know, and then
we
we
are
can
fast
rehash this.
tracking. We are fast tracking all lawsuit questions. So if you have a lawsuit question, please tag me in the chat. Remember, join discord.gg/melted if you'd like to ask Destiny a question.
So I got a question real quick.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ET.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask. No, I wanted to ask.
Wait,
The
ET.
school was way weirder.
Yeah, ET.
Okay,
did
Gifluck, do you have a? Why
no,
did we-
wait, hold on. Gifluck's not gonna. Okay, yeah, Gifluck,
why
you're
did
talking
you-
about ET. If you're gonna talk about ET, we're gonna have to bring him back.
Why did you? Okay, so for the law questions, or Radiant,
Yeah,
Darcy, you have
so
a selection
there's a guy.
here, or-
Yeah. So we've got one right here. I think this guy Traceless added me. I'm gonna add him here.
Oh, okay, we're done with the
No,
ET
Traceless.
question now.
Yeah, Traceless. If this is a troll
Hello?
question,
Unless I'm
we'll
not
move on.
It's not a fucking troll question. Calm the fuck down. Let me ask the question. The question. So, Destiny, I don't know the complete logistics of everything that's been happening with the whole lawsuit shit, but I watch your streams that you talk about. Shut the fuck up. Let me talk. So was it really like an unsecured Google Drive link or whatever for the file, the alleged file, sorry, of you apparently doing something sexual with Pixie, I believe is the complaint, right? Do I have that correct?
no.
Well, Jane Doe.
No.
Okay. So that's also her claim was that, right? That's one of her claims, which is kind of basically bullshit. Is that basically what you're saying?
It is.
Okay. And there's been continuance with the lawsuit since what? Earlier this year, like also April 21st is going to be more continuous. Is that what you said on your stream earlier?
Well,
I believe?
they're trying to. They want to push the trial back. Yeah.
So this is basically just like a money chasing kind of thing. Is basically what your defense is. Like she kind of doesn't really have anything. She's just trying to get a fucking bag.
Yeah, I mean that would be my impression of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I have one more thing, and then I'm gonna bounce. Fuck that ball-headed prick from your stream yesterday. That dude was a retard, and I couldn't stand to fucking listen to his fucking stupid ass for 2 hours just fucking yap his retarded fucking brain off with the most fucking brainless fucking takes I ever heard in my life. Thank you, Destiny. Love you.
Damn, love you too, buddy.
Yo, DGL. All right, that was great. All right, so
All right, well,
lawsuit
my turn.
questions. Oh yeah,
Hold
Darius,
on.
you can go. Actually, I
Wait,
last
did
guy.
you already go?
What?
You got like 3 people, bro. You brought Gifluck, fucking Watt.
That
bro.
doesn't. I
That was
Gifluck didn't
Radiant. That was
talk.
Radiant.
Okay, you're acting like that wasn't good content,
Alright.
but
All right, I got what my number 1 draft pick right now. Dragon the douche.
The dude or Nadouche with the N.
Yeah, fuck that guy, but Dragon man, yeah.
All right.
Hello?
Hello, Nadouche.
Oh. I was having a lot of fun listening to Real Housewives of Discord earlier. Thought that was pretty fun.
Cool.
Ironic.
Ironic. I wanted to ask Destiny, have you seen House of the Dragon?
Nope.
Oh.
don't watch it.
Well,
it's
I
so
wanted
disappointing.
to no, but I wanted to argue that I think it's actually really good. But I think a lot of people are missing the point, I guess, kind of, in that I think, you know, classic literature is really important. But if you haven't really seen it, then I mean, I think it's good. I think you should check it out. But I don't know if there's really a point to arguing here if you haven't seen it. So
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Nadouche.
You don't want to like advocate for yourself. You like are hated by Steven. He has you banned everywhere, pretty much. You just want to talk about House of the Dragon. You don't want to ask for an unban. You want to like maybe redeem yourself. It's been a long time since you've been your past self. Maybe you changed. Maybe you want to advocate for that.
yeah, I've grown up. I don't really care anymore. it is what it is.
Oh, so you don't really care about getting unbanned. You just want to just ask about House of the Dragon.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about House of the Dragon. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna farm content for you right now.
It's
I'm
not farming
doing
content.
work.
You could just say like, "Hey, dude, like, listen. I know we've had our bygones be bygones, dude. You think you're farming right now? You're farming literally
Are you
right
a
now.
juice
by farming
sucker?
against it.
I just wanted to talk about House of the Dragon. I'm not gonna lie, because I just binged it over spring break, and I think it was pretty fucking good. And everyone seems to hate the show. And I think season 2 is actually pretty good, and I think that anyone who thinks it's bad is just media illiterate. Genuinely.
Wait, are you from the Juice Stalker server?
No.
The douche.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I was asking.
No.
That guy's from
I have no
Sushi is
idea.
pussy. Oh my god.
Okay, buddy.
My bad.
Yo, we gotta get
I
Sushi in
thought
here.
the beef was squashed.
Wonderful.
Wait, can we squash the beef? Can we just let it be known, Darius, that the beef
My-
is squashed? Can we
My
just
bad,
like
dude. I'm
sit
like,
that?
I have a lot.
I just want to
yeah,
sit it straight.
Dude, no, fuck you, dude. I hate you. I hope you fucking die.
Because
Jesus.
every single time I meet someone,
No,
they're
dude,
always asking me, "Oh, what was that?"
Yeah,
what's this shit?"
because you ruined my life.
Grace
You're
Lord.
you're assistant. You're a co-signer of ruining my life. You ruined my life with Grace, and you made a funny joke, and then you ruined my life with Sushia, and you did that even after the fact. So I don't like you. You did it 5 times
Wait,
over.
how did I ruin your life? How did I ruin your life?
Bro, do you want to do this or not?
What I just want to know.
Never
what I
mind, Kelly
did.
Jean's in here. Never mind, Kelly Jean's in
Okay.
here. We can, you
All
can
right.
go
Yeah,
after.
thank
her.
you so
go-
much.
Thank you
go
so
after
much.
her.
Thank you
are
so
great.
much. Thank you so much, Nadouche.
If you would like to talk again, remember anyone who has talked previously, you can also talk again. As long
Okay,
as you
also,
raise
I
your hand.
apologize for
You can
that. That
talk
was
as well.
not what I meant to say. I literally just took 4 shots. That was not.
4 shots. What are you doing? Are you okay?
No, so I'm doing an alcohol-a-thon. So if I get like 4 subs, I do like a shot. and then
Jesus. Well, don't die.
I'm not dying. I'm not dying. But I,
Oh, this
I
is-
actually did
this
not.
is-
That came out of my mouth like that was genuinely like from the heart, and I apologize. I don't know why. My bad. All right, go ahead.